You want to ask her a question?
That question for me?
I think the
Not that we need to ask. I mean, this is just a fancier version of Stump the Grease. This is a fun game.
No.
No.
okay. If I have this right, the main question, as I understand it, is when can we start looking for a new priest?
Yep.
Okay, that's your question. Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to use this?
No, you're already mic'd.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so that's a great question. So your vestry has been hard at work actually for almost the last year, really. We started a conversation a good chunk of time ago. And so they've already done a lot of preparing the soil, as it were. And so they've done some really good discernment work. I'm gonna grab my water.
Okay.
This is the time of day when I start to, all the talking is caught up with me. Huh? That has a good job, yeah. So they've already done a lot of good discernment work, and have come to the discernment about there's different ways you can move through a transition. So they have discerned that the path that St. Barnabas will be taking is what we call a closed search for a priest in charge. What that means is that rather than going through a full traditional transition process with an interim rector and a full self-study and developing a profile and then opening a search for a priest, we're going to do kind of a truncated process where we will get some steady clergy supply. It might be some popcorns through the summer, but I think you're alluding to maybe some steadiness in the fall.
Right.
With a priest who can kind of be a bridge. And then I'm going to come alongside both the vestry and the whole congregation to do a little bit of discernment work together. That's not going to be a full self-study. You're not going to develop a full profile, but it's going to let me get to know you better. And I think it's good for you guys to kind of hear from one another about what your hopes and dreams are and what you're looking for in your next priest. So we'll take all that data and information, and then the bishop and I, and probably the other canons help out with this a little bit too, but it's my job and the bishop's, we'll develop a slate of candidates. We are not assigning a priest. I want to be really clear about that. The vestry is the canonical authority to call a priest. The bishop has to approve and agree, but we're not just saying, here's your person. So we'll develop a slate. What I tell congregations is the slate will be 1 to 3 candidates. Even if it's one person, there is still a decision to be made. They might be a good priest, but not your priest. So that's a yes or a no. And from that slate, then it looks more like a traditional search process where the search committee or discernment committee will be doing interviews and vetting them, watching them preach, and do all of those things and calling references. And sending a finalist to the vestry, pardon me, to meet with and to discern if this is the person called to be your next priest. So that's kind of how we get there. That process usually takes about 6 months, give or take. About 6 months, give or take. And so a traditional, search would take 12 to 15, 16 months. So this just gets a little bit shorter, lets you keep your momentum going, right? And then we get someone in place. I want to go back to slate because people are like 1 to 3 candidates. That doesn't feel like a lot, Kristen. I'll tell you right now, in the shape of transitions period, that's great. Absolutely. Yep. So we're gonna kind of do this all together as a whole congregation. Yeah.
Okay, feel like we have a plan now? Instead of me just saying it?
We have a plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody feel better? Seriously, I'm not trying to knock anyone. But I want to make sure I cover the questions that I've been getting in private, because now's the time to do it. As I said, during the summer, we have supply priests coming in. Okay, next Sunday, as I mentioned, lead morning prayer at 3:2. It's a nice change of pace. And then we'll have other priests coming in during July, the rest of July and August. We have priests, as I speak to you now, Benita King Johnson, will be with us September and October. I think there's one Sunday in there, she won't be able to do it. And Susan Beck, who was supposed to be with us last week, the one from the prison. I didn't say that right. The one who's sorry, Susan, if you're listening. She's gonna come back in September as well. Okay, so you also have her.
Yep.
So, and then a man I just talked to recently, Mark Delcuse, thank you. Who recently retired. He was in Stevensonville, I believe, until this past year.
Maybe
Well,
a couple of years.
couple years ago.
Couple of years, yeah.
A very energetic man. I had a great talk with him. So a really good guy. He should be with us, I believe, as we speak, November and part of December right now. So we're good.
Good chunk.
Okay.
Good chunk.
A lot of variety.
And
but
also,
that's okay.
during this time, the diocese is always your backstop as well, right? So something comes up. Chris has got my number, he'll reach out. So you guys aren't swimming solo on this, we're in this together. And we just keep really robust communication. I always tell senior wardens when we enter a transition process, by the time they call their next priest, we're gonna be BFFs. Because we're gonna be just like talking and texting all the time. So, yeah, so if things come up, Chris knows to reach out to me. And we're there to be a support along the way as well.
And what I just told you, the vestry's gonna hear Tuesday night, so you're ahead of the game.
There you go. Yeah. And I just want to acknowledge, like you were saying, like people have a lot of questions. And I just want to say, I said this a little bit at the start of my sermon, like times of transition, lots of big feelings can rise up. Anxiety, stress, question, fear, sadness, maybe also some hope and anticipation of what's coming next. And like, maybe you're the kind of person who's already started to dream about what your next priest is going to be like. Doesn't mean that you don't love Tim, and you're not sad that he left, but wherever you fall in that scattershot of emotions, like that is perfectly normal. It is perfectly normal. God is with us in that. And it is your strength as a community that's going to be, the embrace that gets us through this.
Very good. All right, any other questions and comments? Anything else you want to know? Becky, you okay? You good now?
Time for
Casey?
lemonade.
Okay, so you're much part of this as anyone else. Don't you shake your head.
Good.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you
for
guys.
staying.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, my water bottle fell out. It's such a racket.
All right, go have some lemonade.
Yeah, so, I am.